Land disputes in Sioulin Lowcin Community started in 2004. For the past 5 years, a group of local Truku people have petitioned and even filed lawsuit against the authority over their rights to reclaim the ancestral land. So far, Sioulin Township Office and the Council of Indigenous Peoples have been unable to settle the dispute. Now let's review the history of the land dispute.
9 Truku people from Lowcin Community started a tedious process including lawsuits in 2003, trying to reclaim their ancestral land. In 2002, the land lease contract between Taiwan Power Company and Sioulin Township Office ended, and in 2 months, the two parties completed handover process. In July 2003, the 9 Truku made their first application to reclaim the land, but it was rejected by the Township Office. The office said the members failed to prove their legal title to the land. It added that parts of the land were portioned out for residential use according to the regulations on Indigenous Lands Reserved. For this reason, the residents shall not apply for more title. The Truku then brought the action to administrative proceedings. They inspected the domicile and cadastral records and collected oral records from the elders. But later, the Taipei High Administrative Court advised the residents to withdraw the case. During the proceeding, we adopted the civil law concept and used the word return, but it did not fit the High Court's perspective. We later withdrew the case. In January 2007, based on elders' statements, the 9 locals verified that the land was developed by their ancestors. They reapplied to the office with the statements, along with domicile records during the Japanese rule and a manuscript map. This time they applied to register the land as Indigenous Reservation and indicated that before the National Land Registration in 1969, land authorities had excluded this part of land for registration. Again, their request was rejected. The Township Office said the land was already registered as Indigenous Reserve and insisted that the lease with Taipei Power began in 1974. It stressed earlier records were not able to be verified. Since the office said the land was already registered as Indigenous Reserve, in October 2007, the residents reapplied for land ownership distribution based on the official letter from the Council of Indigenous Peoples. The Township Office again maintained their statement and rejected the application. Since 1997, residents have applied 3 times. All the complex paperwork and legal issues involved are difficult for them to understand. In May 2008, they sought administrative assistance over the dispute. Not until 8 months later, on January 9th of 2009, the CIP responded to the locals by saying that it was Sioulin Township Office's responsibility to settle the case. While at the same time, the Township Office said the case, which involves Indigenous Reservation, was not under its jurisdiction. The office said it would be illegal if it redistributes the land, and the CIP should have the final say on the case. The lack of coordination between the local and central governments have frustrated the Truku people and made their application more difficult. TITV Weekly.